To understand Zamiyah's unique fingerprint, we look at U.S. popularity data. For decades, the name was absent from Social Security records. Starting in 2002, the trend line suddenly spikes upward, gaining momentum and cresting in 2012, hitting a peak of 84 recorded births. Looking at these recent charts, it would be easy to assume Zamiyah is a 21st century invention, a modern phonetic creation with no historical foundation. But that assumption is complicated by the name's actual structure. While it lacks a long paper trail in Western history books, its specific phonetic building blocks resonate with linguistic patterns that are centuries old. To find the true origin of Zamiyah, we have to look past standard baby name registries. The name functions as a living map of global migration and the creative naming traditions of African American communities. The linguistic ancestors of the name can be found in medieval Arabic, specifically the name Zaynab. It is a root associated with the image of a fragrant flower, or simply beauty. We see a parallel structure in the Hebrew root Zemach, a term defining a sprout or the act of new growth. As these root sounds traveled, they took hold across the African continent. In many cultures there, names beginning with the zah prefix carry a distinct historical weight. This prefix reflects centuries of trade and the gradual spread of Islamic cultural influences through Africa, where Arabic naming conventions were adapted into local linguistic traditions. Over several centuries, massive global migration patterns carried these root syllables and their underlying meanings across the Atlantic. Even through the displacement of the Middle Passage and the centuries that followed, the phonetic DNA of these names survived, preserving ancient concepts of growth and beauty across new continents. In the modern United States, the African American community became the primary driver of the name's recent evolution. There is a long-standing tradition of creatively fusing historical sounds to forge new, distinct identities, a practice that allows for a sense of self-definition outside of traditional Eurocentric naming patterns. This creative process resulted in several variations, including the variation Zamiyah, the simplified Zamiyah, and the spelling zah-MY-ah. Each spelling reflects a different way diverse linguistic backgrounds can merge into a single contemporary name. We see the strength inherent in the name today through figures like WNBA player Zamiyah Howard and professional boxer Zamiyah Millette, two powerful athletes whose modern careers are defined by their physical and mental resilience. This strength is balanced by the melodic harmony of the "-ah" suffix. It's a sound that makes the name phonetically compatible with other culturally significant names, like Amia or Kalia. The rise of Zamiyah in America represents an act of cultural reclamation, where historical syllables are intentionally repurposed to create a new sense of pride. Today, the name is often associated with independence and confidence. Because it doesn't conform to traditional naming patterns, it conveys a sense of creativity, while its melodic quality provides an approachable warmth. To some, the name's internal balance is best understood through the framework of Pythagorean numerology. In this system, the letters of Zamiyah sum to 38, which reduces to 11, and finally to the core number 2. This number 2 is associated with harmony and balance, a symbolic representation of an individual who is diplomatic and sensitive to the needs of others. For parents, choosing Zamiyah is often a deliberate attempt to give a child a link to a rich, interconnected heritage. As a child grows into adulthood, the name carries a sense of maturity. It provides a capable, poised identity that stands out while remaining deeply rooted in a complex history. Zamiyah shows how the severed roots of the past can be reclaimed and adapted. It is a modern name that took fragments of ancient language and used them to sprout a resilient new identity for the future.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can visit us at babybloomtips.com for more baby name inspiration.